All right, let's start it off. The market is closed Wednesday, January 20th. And let's start off with some stocks. And first, let me just go over, I went over this earlier. OBLN. Look at this move. You see, this is a long channel from September to January, over a year. What's that, a year and a half? Couldn't break this two line, went down to like, what's it, 60-cent line. This was the first inclination that something was up here. And then, it came back a little bit and today exploded. And, had great news on this. They merged. If you look back here, now everything's easier said than done. But the main part, when you get to 1-2 minute, excuse me, unless you're like a scalper, you want longer term moves. If you're in here and then you see this, like, oh my God, I'm panicking, man. Why? Let it come down to this 1320 EMA or, take a half 50-cent move there. Or just get out right away. A lot of newbies do that. They're playing a 1-2 minute, 1320. Look at this, smooth right up. It's like you're going up a hill in a big mountain. Look at this. We're going. There's nothing here. This came down. When this comes down, let it touch here. Let it touch here. Give it to your first and second level. That's why you can continue to make bigger profits. And then you have a move up here, and then it's a fade. I mean, if you're going here to here, of course, you made $6-7 gain, take profit. Never want to be greedy. All right, so that was on that. Great news. It's a low float. This is what you live for. You live for these patterns. You see this? How there's nothing really like some of them low floats are all over the place, like candles going from 3 to 10, you want a good move, and was a really good move. All right, well, let's start off today. Let's check some stocks. All right, SNGX. Let's start it off with this. Let's take a look at this stock. I can get my computer to work here. Come on, try to get trade ideas. All right, let me bring it over here. There it is. All right, so this is Sologenics, 29 million float, short close 69%, market cap 45 million. I'm looking down here. Insiders don't own it much, 2%. Institutions, 13%. That's not bad, 678,000. What do they do? The main part, they're a late stage biopharmaceutical company, development and commercialization of products to treat rare disease. Not going to go down on this. Company was founded in 1987, headquartered in Princeton, New Jersey. Insider buys, sells. Looks like a lot of buys here. Sell there, 293,000 though. All right, let's take a look at Binviz. Anything happened today? They announced investor webcast, U.S. commercialization of SGX 301 in treatment of cutaneous T-cell lymphoma. That's very good news. And that was today. Reading down, let me see. They have a phase. It says phase half clinical trial. I'm not sure. Phase 3. Let's see. Clinical development of vaccines. All right, so they got a lot going on. And their sales 2.7 million, income minus 15 million. All right, let's take a look at the monthly. All right, so the monthly, this goes all the way back to 1996. I think I went over this before too. So, this has been low as like almost $1, maybe a little bit lower. It shot up, 90. Had a split, and then it came up again in 2000 .com bubble. This thing went straight down, then for like 9 years went extremely low. In 2013, we went up. This got as high as 2350, and almost what was this candle here? Like 29.49. Then it came back down on the weekly. You can see here. See, after that move in 2015, this goes down. This goes down. Big wedge here. And let's go to the daily. So what happened here? So a falling wedge is a bullish pattern. Bullish only. So here to here, and we got a tight wedge formed. And then what happens, usually it'll come up. Now, this one went sideways. You just don't know how they're going to react. Eventually, they will go up. So this went to 75 cents. And then here's the line here. I'm trying to connect these lines. And then we went up August and this came back down a lower high or a lower low, excuse me. And then this just took off. Look at this January 2020. This went 350. Then they're in this big broadening wedge. See this? We came down, not all the way. And this went to 275. Bounced to 275 again. So that's a big line there. Now this gap down. And then you found the 125 line. So that's a good line here. You have a big gap here. Now I had to move yesterday. Let me see here. All right, that news came out 7 a.m. today. So 125, this came up to 150. Look at that. And then today was an inside day. See lower volume? That doesn't bother me. When you see lower volume on a big day, after a big day, it's not something really to worry about. Now, this could fall. Maybe it could fall to 125 and test this before we come back up. I've seen that. Or it could hold this 150 back and forth for a move up here. You have this big gap. Yeah, I love this long. Let me just draw a line here. So it looks like it's 250 lines, 270 lines, huge. 275. See this? Touched, touched. And 270 line is very big. So, yeah, you've had a move in between. I think we're going to go up there again. When you have a gap like that, it will be filled. Probably be positive news. So this is a longer term. It might not happen tomorrow. It's going to be a swing as long as that holds at 125 level. All right, that's SNGX. All right, let's go on to COCP. Who's itches? Float 48 million. Short growth 36%. Market cap 155 million. Stock splits 414%. Held insiders 28%. It's not bad. 19% institutions. Debt 653,000. That's really good. Enterprise value. See, it's slightly overvalued. What do they do exactly? Let's see. The biotechnology company engages in discovery and development of novel antiviral therapeutics, early clinical stage. It has influenza, hepatitis C virus, norovirus infections. It's founded January 2nd, 2014. Is headquartered in Bothell, Washington. A lot of buys here and insiders. All right, let's take a look. Finviz has to say. Minus 56 million income sales, 1.9 million. Float, they say 48 million. No, I'm sorry. I gave that news yesterday. That was on SNGX. I was looking at the wrong date. That was yesterday's news. That's why it was down today. Uh, Co-Crystal Pharma completes research obligations with Merck. That was today. Research obligations. Let's see what they say down here. Say they have license agreement with Kansas State University Research, develop antiviral compounds, treat norovirus and coronavirus infections. So they're in the coronavirus space. So they do antiviral therapeutics. All right, on the monthly, this came about May 31st. This had a split, so this really was on 160. You can see it, then it came down. See the weekly came down on the daily. So ever since like 2016, beyond that low, that's coming down, coming down. This thing just going down. See the low here. Where's the low at? If I get my line down here, the low looks like it's at what's levels at here? 40 cents. See, this came down, formed a wedge. Controller line right here. See this right here? So you had the reverse split going in between. And then this went up. Look at this little move here. See this drop from like 3 all the way down January, this little dip. That was the low right here. Then we bounced, big volume March, came back, and then this thing took off the 3. Then we came back to 75. Now we're bouncing around between, looks like this 250 level and about the one level actually. Anything below that, like 75. So on the big volume up days, it's been good. Look at the other days; it's not really moved that much, which is a good sign here. Today, see the problem today was it moved pre-market and then it bounced a little bit, but wasn't a good day trade. Let's go back to this 225 line. 225. So see it, we went here, bounced. There's like 1, 2, 3 touches, bounced again, went through, came back. We're right above it now. Now, you want this to stay above right here, this 225 to hold. Then that's a new support. Then we're going higher. Now, if this does hold, you get that 3 level. Congestion at this 3, 3 to 4. We'll see from there. And then you can see the low here. You can put in the low as the trend line right here. See this? The low, pretty much been holding that. And the ultimate low on this is like 40 cents. All right, so this has good potential. Let's move on. NDRA. All right, this is NDRA Life Sciences, 23 million float, market cap 66 million, 7% insider zone, 3% institution, 701,000 debt, and it's a little bit overvalued. See, this enterprise value is less. What do they do? Develops medical imaging technology. Excuse me. Operates thermoacoustic enhanced ultrasound to perform enable clinicians to visualize human tissue composition, function, and temperature. Company was founded July 18, 2007, headquartered in Ann Arbor, Michigan. 747,000 buys. All right, let me check. Finvisor. NDRA. So it is income minus 18 million, no sales, 22 million float. No news recently. Develops technology for clinical diagnostic ultrasound, computer tomography, magnetic resonance imaging, looking at a person's body, treatment, medical conditions for like cancer, broken bones, internal bleeding. All right, so let's take a look at this. Monthly. Another one. This came about 2017 Lotus. 4 back and forth, came right down. I'll make this move like right down, usually because of a split. Let's go to the weekly. See this holding this line down here. It's finally coming up like all these stocks. There's so many coming up now. Let's draw a line down here. It looks like you have a line right here. And then let's see where another line is. Then it looks like there's 2 lines big right here. Oh, I just moved my whole screen. All right, let me see. The 2 line is right here. That is a big mark on this chart. Come on, my computer mouse is stuck here. There you go. All right, so this is the daily. So, we went up. We double top 550. Like 2018 came down, bounced. This low here. See where this low is? This low is at about 60 cents. So we touched like 3 times. See it back and forth and really look at this volume. We took off. Once we get over an important one line, most important line of penny stocks, took off, broke that 2, came back hard today. Was this yeah, see, this is another one. Wasn't a good day trade. You had to get this earlier. If you were sitting on this, that's mean like a swing down here. That's what you want. A lot of these, if you can get in early, you're way ahead of the game on these. You can pick up these. That's why I'm doing these buy sell levels. You can pick up what they're going to do probably next. It just came down. Now we're up. Now you want this two to hold. Then you get the 253 plus on this. So two becomes now support. Well, we're just below it. You don't want it to fall here. You don't want it to go to 175, then all the way back down. So watch on that. Good potential. It's made a big run now. You got to watch them make a big run. They could pull back. All right, let's go to ADMA, ADMA Biologics. Float 92 million. Market cap 225 million. Stock splits 183%. Insiders that own this. Institutions do 48%. Debt 100 million. Pretty evenly valued. All right, their biopharmaceutical company engages in manufacturing, marketing, developing specialty plasma-derived biologics. So it has plasma connection center, corporate, biomanufacturing, hemoglobin. All right. The company was founded by Adam S. Grossman, Jared B. Grossman, June 2nd, 2006, headquartered in Hackensack, New Jersey. 5.45 million buys. All right, let's look at Finviz. 230 million market cap, minus 66 million income, sales 40 million, 70 million float. Any news? They had a strategic outlook yesterday. They had a fourth quarter. Let's see, not before that. What else they do? They had distribute through independent distributors, sales agents, specialty pharmacies, and alternative site providers. All right, so let's look at the monthly on this. Screen's all crazy here. So this, came about in 2013. $7 went up to 13, all the way down, and down we go. You can see it here. Yeah, let's go to the weekly. So from 13, we've been all the way down to 2 now. See this? Back and forth. The high's getting lower. The low's kind of holding this 2 level pretty much. So that's one thing I notice here. So let me see here. You have a 2 line right about here. See this one below 2? This did touch 1. Why is this here? This is annoying me. What is this? Did it come out? I guess it did. All right, so this 2 line, see it back and forth. We did go below it, but it's holding pretty well on this daily chart. 5, 350 down. Now, where are we at now? Where are some big lines here? Well, the 250 line sort of had this like reverse head and shoulders. Here's the head, shoulder, shoulder. Now we're coming up. 250's next. 275.3 plus if we can get there. It's looking pretty strong. Good volume. You want this 2 level to hold. And if it doesn't hold, you're going back to this 175 level. You do have, looks like a descending triangle. See where it's coming out of it, coming out of it. And also I noticed this 350 line's pretty big or just below it. So like 325, yeah, 325 line. Let me just draw that in there. So it looks like 325 is important here. Right up here, right up here. There you go. See it because we touched how many times? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 10 times. I can't even count that high. So right here, we went through it and we came back again. So look at this is doing. It's coming down and it looks like it wants to go back up now and test that. The way the stock market, everything's moving. Um, so this is good potential to eventually reach that line. Yeah, longer term swing. This doesn't have all these trades don't have to be too. You don't have to reach a level tomorrow or something. It could be a few days, might be a few weeks, but this is a guide of where to look for these levels. So you're, in between these levels here. All right, that's it. I'm gonna download this video, put it up. My computer would come on here. Come on. Computer's frozen. All right. Well, please subscribe to Mike Heyman Trades on YouTube and hit the like button. Trade ideas, referrals, if you want to look at trade ideas. Stock Twits, Mike Heyman Trades. Twitter, Mike Frank 007. What else do I have on there? Instagram, Mike Frank 98. That's it. Till the next video. Peace.